Hi, Jennifer D'Souza here. Okay, so today what I want to talk to you about is a real concern and a real legitimate question that people have for me all the time, and I have too sometimes. It is, what do I do if nobody's listening? If you know me, you know that I'm a huge proponent of Facebook Live and doing videos. And that's because it's really the easiest, fastest way to brand yourself and to reach the masses. But what do you do when you're putting together these videos and you're putting stuff out there and nobody's watching? What do you do? That feels awful, right? I'm going to back up before I answer that. I'm going to back up for 2 seconds and give you a little bit of background. So I am actually very new to this whole online marketing thing. Online marketing, really using social media, branding myself online is a relatively new concept for me. But I'm not new to direct sales and network marketing. I've been in the industry for 7 years, and I built a really big business, person to person, face to face, belly to belly, doing parties, networking, events, things like that. So, but this online stuff is still kind of new to me. And I have been very, very fortunate to discover a company which basically is a platform for teaching people exactly like me, kind of newbies that are trying to figure out how to take a business and transition it online. It's a company that basically is just a platform to teach us how to do that. It teaches how to market online, no matter what your business is. So I am just so pumped and blessed. And what that means is it puts me smack dab in the middle of these amazing trainers and people who have been doing this a lot longer, who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars and built really large businesses. And they're giving me their tips. They're telling me how to do it. They're telling me what worked for them. They're telling me the mistakes they made so that I don't make them. It's amazing. So anyway, back to our question of what do you do when nobody's watching? So one of my personal mentors and coaches did our training call yesterday morning. So every morning there is a wake-up call. And Lisa Torres, one of my leaders and mentors, she actually did the training call. And the training call wasn't even about what I'm talking about. It was about how to kind of manage your time and get focused so that you can get everything done, even in this crazy world when we've got kids and jobs and all these other distractions, how to kind of stay focused and get stuff done. But within that call, so that was a whole other topic of like just amazing tips, right? But within that call, she also shared a conversation that she had just had with a client, which was, what do I do if nobody's watching? I've been doing Facebook Lives and I feel like I'm just talking to myself. What do I do? How do I get more people there? How do I get people listening to me? And I thought her response was genius. And it was a reminder to me of what I was doing in my face-to-face, person-to-person business that was working. That was why I had success. Her answer was, stop worrying about who's watching. Stop focusing on how many people are watching. Stop focusing on how many likes you have or how many followers you have or how many. Stop focusing on that because you're focusing on the wrong thing. Focus on delivering amazing content. Focus on giving quality information. Focus on helping people solve problems. Focus on content, focus on giving value. Act as if. Okay, I want you to stop, get out a pen and paper. I need you to write those words down. Act as if. Act as if you have a huge following. Act as if you've got an audience of 1,000 every time you go live. Act as if when you send out your emails, act as if you've got an email list of 10,000 people who are eager to hear from you. Act as if. That is honestly the only way you are going to build those things is if you're acting as if you already have that. I know that sounds crazy and I know that's hard. And that's what makes us unique and kind of crazy as entrepreneurs. Because I always say, what do I always say? Being an entrepreneur means you're a visionary. You have to have this incredible faith that most people don't have, and most people think we are absolutely nuts for having. Because to be an entrepreneur, you have to see something that doesn't exist yet. And then you have to turn that into a reality. And the only way to turn that into a reality is, like she said, act as if it already is. Which kind of makes you crazy, right? Kind of makes you crazy, but that's the only way to get it. If you are saying, I'm going to start sending out these great emails once I have a big enough email list. I'm going to start doing these great Facebook Lives once I have an audience. You're never going to get that audience. The only way to get the audience is to already be doing it. So even if you're giving a great Facebook Live to an audience of 0, you need to do it as if you're giving it to an audience of 10,000, because that's the only way to get to 10,000. If you put it out there, they will find you. And that's where I realized in my business that I joined 4 years ago, from the second I made the decision that I left one company to sign up for this other company. So I was like, I need my full attention. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it full out, like no stop, full out, all the way. I'm going to the top. And from the moment I made the decision to be a part of this company, I acted as if I was a top leader. And I became one. Didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen immediately. But from the moment I made the decision, I acted as if I was a leader because I knew that I was. I knew the only difference was just time. It was just time. It was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. So I acted as if. I had team meetings. I wrote team newsletters. I had a team Facebook page. The way I presented myself, my business, where my business was going, we were huge. Even when it was just me, even when I signed up my first team member, you would have thought I had a team of 10,000 people the way that I acted, because that was my vision and I knew it was true. And I acted as if, because I knew that's where we were going. I was that crazy entrepreneur that had the vision and had the faith in that vision and was just marching right towards making it happen. And so for some reason, Lisa sharing this on this training call just made me think about how and why I had success with my last business. And that's why. That's how I acted as if from day one. So that's what you got to do. Another one of our amazing trainers that I get to hear from all the time, her name is Diane Hockman. She did this amazing training just a couple days ago on email marketing and really developing really just good, deep relationships with your list. And one of the questions somebody had for her was, what if I don't have a list? Or what if I have a list of 1? Or what if I have a list of 10? And the answer is act as if, even if you've got a list, an email list of 1, and that 1 is you, you need to act as if you have a list of 1 million, right? You have 1 million fans and followers who are eager to hear what's going on with you, to hear all the great information that you've got, all those tips and tricks and the ways that you can help them and make them laugh and connect with them. You need to act as if you've got a list of 1 million, even if you've got a list of 1 and that 1 is you, because it'll at least give you practice. What Diane said on one of our morning wake-up calls a couple weeks ago, that was my big takeaway, was, people say, you get what you ask for, or you kind of manifest, using The Secret or manifestation, you kind of, what you think about and wish for is what you create. She said, no, it's what you prepare for is what you attract. What you prepare for. So what does that mean? How do you prepare for it? You act as if. If I, in my head, have 10,000 followers, I have an email list of 10,000 people who want to hear from me, and I act as if that's true, then I am going to prepare the way for it to really happen. And I know the only thing between, my vision of it and it being actual is just time. Because if I pave the way and if I act as if, we will move towards that number, right? But if you're waiting and you're just focusing on numbers, like, people feel that. People feel that. And if you're waiting to put out anything of value, then you're not giving anybody any value, and why are they going to follow you? Right? So that was just such a big aha takeaway, and really made me reconnect with how and why I've had success in the past, because sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we really forget the basics. Sorry, telemarketer, I don't want to answer that call. Anyway, that's what I'm going to leave you with. For more tips and tricks, please visit my website. It is jenniferdesouza.com. And acting as if I already have those 10,000 followers, that I know I do. It's just a matter of time before it's a reality, but I know they're already there. I am starting a personal newsletter. So it is not going to be focusing on any one particular business or products or things like that. I will be talking a lot about business because that's a big part of my life, but I will also be sharing stuff about family, stuff about everything, living in Colorado. So if you're interested in that, if you want to follow me and stay in touch with me, then sign up for my new newsletter, and you can do that on my website, jenniferdesouza.com, or you can just kind of flip through and read some of the other blogs and watch some of the video blogs that I have up there. And go out there and act as if. Act as if you are already the success that you want to be. Act as if you already have 1 million fans and followers. Because if you go out there and act as if, it will become reality. All right? So go out there and do it. I love you. Bye-bye.